английски да се говори. Okay. I will try to make the links of these nice activities which were implemented through the Balkan and People project, where they are in the world and in the international initiatives and and how they fit to what is happening outside Bulgaria, but also other processes in the country. I understand you didn't spoke these days about the protected areas, Natura 2000, and this kind of things in our country. By joining the European Union, Bulgaria really multiplied its area of protected zones from 5% of traditional protected areas. Now the terrestrial, the land included in Natura 2000 is about 35%, which increase 7 times the territory of protected land. I'm not speaking about the marine zones, but they are additionally, and they are still just on paper. For many years, Bulgarian Biodiversity Foundation, but also other non-governmental organizations, were trying to get more nature parks in the country, or more national parks and nature parks. And since 1999, a nature park was proposed also for Western Balkan, or West Stara Planina mountain. We reached the point that 12 municipalities in the region in 98-99 were supporting the idea for having a nature park from Kula to Vršac municipality, to make even the link with Vračanski Balkan Nature Park, which you are going to visit today. Unfortunately, the municipalities were really in favor. They were seeing this as an advertisement for the region, for developing the sustainable practices, but the foresters says no. They were thinking, and they were planning, and they were implementing really huge timber extraction activities which are ongoing in the whole this region. Now other initiatives came, also the crazy idea of having a new ski resort in Čuprene, for example, at the elevation of 1,900 meters, where the snow is definitely not enough, but this will make some speculation with land, definitely. I come back to the region once more, but just to give you a general picture, this 5% of traditional protected areas consist of national parks in Central Balkan, Pirin Mountains, and Rila, and 11 nature parks, which are here in Rila Monastery, Vračanski Balkan, Persina at the Danube, Shumensko Plateau, very small nature park, somewhere here, yeah, exactly here. Zlatni Piasci, which is over here, but this nature park consists only of forested land, but not the sands. The sands were excluded long time ago, and they were now overbuilt with concrete. but still the nature park there is nice. And another one is Bulgaria, which was mentioned in the presentation. It's Uzana area. Uzana area is next to Central Balkan. This is I think this is the nature park Bulgaria here. And the largest protected area on the Balkans, this is Stranja Nature Park at the Bulgarian-Turkish border. Generally this is what, and there are 99 reserves, strict reserves, in the whole country, and other small-scale protected areas. Natura 2000 it consists of two types of zones, one for the birds and another one for the habitats and for the rest of the species. But then we go to the biosphere reserves. Unfortunately, for many years, the biosphere reserves were always linked with strict protected areas where no people go. But since more than 20 years, the Men and the Biosphere program of UNESCO changed the concept. It really tried to link the man and the nature. And this is the meaning of Men and the Biosphere program of UNESCO, which says the people and nature should live in harmonious coexistence. But Bulgaria, in the beginning of the program, I think in 1977, included 17 strict reserves where only scientific and very rarely educational activities are ongoing. But since 3 years, UNESCO and Man and Biosphere program said no more. For these areas which don't include people, which don't try to implement the sustainable development model, they should not wear the logo of biosphere reserves. And yeah, the current understanding about biosphere reserves is a learning site for sustainable development and not a strict protected areas. Biosphere reserves are areas comprising terrestrial, marine or coastal ecosystems. They are science for sustainability support sites where we test different sustainable or interdisciplinary approaches for managing and for understanding the processes and the links between people and nature. And they are nominated by national governments, and they are recognized by the international community. Currently, there's nearly 670 biosphere reserves in 120 countries, but this number will drop down because many countries delist their areas if they don't fill the current understanding, the current criteria for biosphere reserves. And in 1995, more than 22 years already ago, a civic strategy was accepted, which asked to shift from strictly protected areas to a model of harmonious coexistence between man and nature. And this was the challenge, and this is the challenge also for Bulgaria to guarantee or to implement that these areas serve three functions: conservation, the conservation function, the logistics. Logistics means science, education, or monitoring of the state of environment, but not only, the state of humans, of the societies living within these ecosystems. Demography, economy, etc. And then development, not last. as a function, but in the most important function, that these areas should serve for a regional development based on the resources you have, based on the natural, based on the cultural heritage, but to develop it in a way that serves everybody on this area, at the same time protecting or respecting nature. And these areas should consist of 3 zones. The core zone, currently these are the strict reserves. Buffer zone, which can be a lower regime protected area, Natura 2000 or a nature or a national park territory. And then transitional or development zone, which is the area of the villages, of the settlements, and the rest of the area used for regular activities, regular life of people, which of course respect the rules for the rules and the legislation for protection of environment. The biosphere reserves does not ask for additional limits. They don't and prohibitions, as many people have in their mind that the reserve as something without people. No, this is the opposite. Getting the current biosphere reserves are something which is a new way of thinking of what you already have here. What you have already here, like existing protected areas, existing villages, and or cultural or natural heritage exposed in a different way. There is no land ownership change, which many people are afraid, or some political parties and politicians try to explore or the fears, or to raise the fears of people and keep them away from nature protection. They say, yeah, changes, the land will be taken from your hands, etc. The biosphere reserves ask for a new type of management, which involves all key stakeholders, all key players on the territory into the management, and not just the state coming and saying what to do. No, it's something you have to establish a mechanism of coordination or consultation and involvement, different interests, but respecting the existing rules and the traditions, of course. That's what I already said. These little animals are not from Bulgaria, but my colleague, she was like very happy to have this picture. Through biosphere reserves, which are part of the world network of biosphere reserves, you raise the publicity, but also you raise the advertisement in on international scale. That's what the Bulgarian Biodiversity Foundation was asked to make a study, or to make an assessment of the old type of biosphere reserves in Bulgaria, for the real, if there will be a support from the local communities to fulfill the new or relatively new 20 years old criteria. And we started this job, not for all of them, but for 8 regions, to meet the municipalities, to meet the local authorities, and ask them whether they would like to join. And from these areas, interesting. But 4 of these areas, Central Balkan, Червената стена and Asenovgrad, Srebrna and Uzumbuđak, part of Stranja, local municipalities said, yes, we would do. We would join the rest of the territory of the municipalities to this concept, to this idea, and we would like to keep our logo. We want to advertise our regions and explore it for better development, for better benefits of the local people. And these areas were Central Balkan, in the Rhodope, the Červená Stena, Srebrna, and Stranđa, Uzumbuđa. We also had one area which didn't have an old type of biosphere reserve. This is Belasica at the Bulgarian, Greek and Macedonian border. And there also we got some support, but the priority was put on the old type of biosphere reserves, what we are going to do with them. Central Balkan, yeah, I mentioned a lot of stakeholders meetings, but how the map currently looks like. In the past, we had 4 old type of biosphere reserves, which were part of this red spots, which are strict reserves, in fact. But currently, the whole 9 reserves in the national park of Central Balkan, these yellow areas, were included, and as a core zone. And then the yellow, this is the buffer zone, the territory of the national park, and then the rest of the territory are the territory of the municipalities which decided to join the initiative. And from 9 municipalities around the national park, where is it? From the 9 municipalities around the national park, 5 of them decided to join. And the rest 4 said, no, we will wait to see what will happen. They think they're clever and were not very enthusiastic to join at this stage. Somebody was...
Just a question. The white zone in the middle, is that someone who didn't join?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Once we sent this documentation to UNESCO, they will say, oh, what are these white holes there?
It's Sopot municipality.
Sopot, yeah, the Sopot, yeah, they are always like, think they are the most clever, and Apriltsi. Surprisingly, Apriltsi municipality, which got some support during the years, projects for herb collection, for sustainable tourism, etc., etc. But obviously, I was too scary for some of the councillors, local parliament members. They were, you will take our land, you will put some new restrictions, blah blah blah. But okay, and then the Teteven municipality, where also a lot of activities, and this blue cheese, oh no, green cheese, probably some was developed as a local product. A lot of things, but a strong lobby in the local parliament of the 3 cutters. 3 timber business said, oh no, you additionally to Natura 2000, you create additional, no, okay. And a little bit of Pierdok municipality. But this is the current state of affairs there. And the park, national park administration serves as a secretariat, but additionally a consultative council would invite all these municipalities to participate in common decision making together with the park administration. Červená Stena in the Rhodope Mountains. There were 2 municipalities, Asenovgrad and Lucky municipality said, okay, we will wait to see what happens. Here, the strict reserve of Červenata Stena is the core zone. The yellow zone is a Natura 2000 bird directive site, and the rest of the municipality is a transitional zone. Srebrna Biosphere Reserve is a very small territory, which is also a World Heritage Site, but the buffer zone is also not that big, and the rest of the municipality. Here we had an interesting discussion with the municipality whether to join the whole municipality territory or only the villages, the two villages near the Biosphere Reserve. And I asked them, do you have ideas or plans or projects implemented for tourism development in the area outside these two villages? Yes, we do. Do you have other products from the region which are not connected with the pelicans in the strict zone? Yes, we do. We have apricots, we have rakia or brandies and other. Think about it. If you put these two villages, maybe you get some products, but then you're losing the whole life in the whole municipality. And they said, okay, we join all of this because there is cultural heritage out of the very near zone of the current biosphere or strict reserve. No, actually this is managed reserve, but it doesn't matter. The core zone. And that's how they finally decided that the whole municipality should go. Uzumbuđak. This is an area where for many years Bulgarian Biodiversity Foundation, the Park Administration of Strange Nature Park were working for sustainable projects, sustainable development of the region. We had a special project between 2009 and 2012 with the Norwegian support to develop the proposal, to implement projects which develop the local brand, festival, restoration activities for nature, etc., etc. But they were not taking real decision until we were about to lose the logo. And we were discussing this with the two municipalities. What would you like to join or not? The municipality at the coast said, no, we are definitely not going for that because it will stop our development of overbuilding the coastal area. But the municipality of Malpeterno, which is more further west from the coast, said, why not? This is the only chance for us. And there are only 2,500 people living here, and there are very few opportunities for getting some attention and getting some support for that. And when we went to the forestry administration in Sofia, where they were about to sign or not to sign the proposal, should we use still the name of Stranja? They said, okay, for diplomatic reasons, please keep the old name of Uzumbuđak, which is the name of this only reserve here in the very eastern part of the municipality. Keep the old name, do it, and maybe in the future Tsarevo municipality will join or the name could be changed. And that's how it went. But then we sent all these proposals to UNESCO, and their experts said, okay, but you see, here you have a buffer zone which already put a belt around the strict reserve, around the cone zone. But here you have only a spot of yellow. But here you have only a spot of yellow. And then we had to put some more yellow on the map. I will show you, if there is time, the new map we proposed. But all these areas is already a nature park. All these areas is a Natura 2000 zone. We said, we put the name of the map as it is, as protection. But they said, okay, you're already going to but please design it. And I show you later. This yellow was bounded, and on 15th of May we managed to send the new map to UNESCO, and probably we will have these 4 reserves: Srebrna, Uzumbuđak, Central Balkan, and Červena Stana, yes, as a new biosphere reserves. But then what is happening with the other areas? The Ministry of Environment asked the municipalities in Kamčija or in the Rodopi Mountains, the other Rodopi reserves, and 4 municipalities says no. Bansko municipality said no, we are not supporting biosphere reserves, Biovidubki Đinđilica reserve. 2 municipalities in Kamčija, which are Vren and Donjić Flik. And which one? 2 municipalities of Peštera and Bracigovo were saying no, we don't want to have these ones. We are happy with having the strict reserves as it is. Here in Čuprene, there are 2 municipalities sharing the strict reserve, Čuprene municipality and Belogradčik municipality. We met them 1 year ago, and Čuprene municipality said, no, we don't want this. We want to keep the reserve as it is, and they still believe this concept will stop their business. But 1 month ago, we got again in contact with municipality of Belogradčik, and the mayor signed a letter that said, okay, give us a chance, few more months, a year maybe, to retain this and maybe to try to comply with the current understanding. And now, Čuprene, Parangalica, Indrila, Alibutuš, with Sandanski municipalities, we are asking for them to have 1 year buffer period, try to keep the logo, but after discussions with the locals. For the moment, at least these 4 areas are supporting. This is just few examples of what is happening or what could be done in biosphere reserves. This is developing a local brand. This was done with the support of our foundation and the nature park of Stranja. Develop a local brand, which is to raise local support for the nature park, to improve local economical development, to promote specific local products and services, and to create own identity and to promote nature value and regional advantages. Local group for certification was established. Some services were promoted. Also, the local festival of Zelenika was established as a regular for, I think, for more than 10 years already to advertise the local products. Catalog of certified services and products was established and promoted. There are a number of international good examples of biosphere reserves. I will go quickly through this because we are too far with the time. These are mainly, the first 2 were mainly about management structures and how agriculture and tourism was developed based on the biosphere reserve concept and involvement. But I will mention one of the remarkable examples of biosphere in Germany area, which was established not long time ago in 1991 after the collapse of the Berlin Wall. This was 3 provinces, 3 states of Germany joined and established this biosphere reserve, which which is one of the best examples of promotion local or developing local products. They had very few local breed of sheep, ruined sheep remaining. I think they were about to disappear. But then they turned this sheep to a really advertisement for the region. They turn it as an interpretation for the tourists to say what is the specific. Made some fun with the dog herding this sheep and serving ruined sheep steaks in the restaurants, where you can choose regular sheep or ruined sheep. Of course, the ruined sheep is more expensive, but most of the people want to taste this sheep, as we did, huh? Some time ago. And then you have a hairy sheep and toys of sheep at the hotels, and where you can buy these toys. And then from almost disappearing, now there are more than 20, maybe 30,000 sheep elsewhere in the region. The apples disappeared. But anyway, the second products are apples. They were having not intensive apple orchards, but they were having old type of orchards with different old growth trees and apples, different sizes, different sorts, different varieties, which they turn to a local product. They make chips, they make schnapps, they make apple beer, they make cider from these apples, and the apples become a second product of the area. There are other products here, but where is the conservation? There are a few small places in the area, which are the core areas, which are dark green on this map, where some rare birds, rare animals inhabit. But these areas are local guides, local biologists are hired by tourists to go and visit these areas, but strictly following the rules, going with limited groups of people, observing this in a limited period of time when these birds are dancing or breeding, etc. And that's how tourism is linked with conservation. And this is how a biosphere reserve could function, combining different approaches. And for 20 years now, the Rhone area increased really in terms of financial support and in terms of development and attraction for the region. And yeah, Belasta is another area I mentioned, and yeah, that's the state of affairs with the biosphere things in Bulgaria and somewhere in Europe at least. Good. Do we have some more time?
No.
10 o'clock? Or what time is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, just a few quick questions.
Yeah, okay. No questions?
Okay, I have one question. You cannot be without any questions. I think all of us understand now after the traveling to university how important is the environment around us.
Speak up.
Loud.
Okay, I just want to ask, keeping in mind how important is all of this, in the society generally there is questions like okay, these NGOs are taking some big amounts of money for counting ants, for counting bees, for counting birds and so on, and what we have from this? This is one big question which we should be, I think, able to answer when we try to popularize our ideas, our point of view. And another point is that, okay, it's much easier to have something that is like easily to find it, it's bringing some money. How to explain to our friends that having this opportunity to see what we have seen, to hear what we have heard, that's really important. And it's not just spending money to some people who we don't know what they are doing with them.
I have a linked question with this, with Simon's question. Is it happen this model of Rion here in Chiprovtsi and in the whole Chiprovtsi municipality? By your opinion, is it possible and to work like this, like in Germany? What's your opinion about
That's what I said in the beginning, that what was already done in the project, in the frame of the project Balkan and People, this is possible, and this is the goal. The goal of nature conservation is not just to keep some animals like it is and not having them live with the people, but this is how it can work. Through the local business, through developing the local products, but you need a frame. You need a frame, a logo which attract people. Chiprovtsi is a unique place for Bulgaria, but this is not on the international map. This is not on even on the map of the areas with protected, with a good environment. And Chiprovtsi and the region needs additional advertisement to attract more permanent flow of and income and visits. And that's why this project of Balkan and People was implemented, and it could be always better. It could be always better. And for the story about the ants and the grasslands, which is getting popular as a black PR against the nature conservation in Bulgaria, was designed, was run by the people who don't want to respect the law. The people who destroy Pirin and Bansko area, the people who are overbuilding the coastal areas, the people who wants to dominate and to take decision in this country for the future as it is now, and not to share benefit with anybody else. And this is the truth. This kind of funding for nature conservation, for sustainable development, they're coming from the European Union mainly, and this is the question how this will be used, either for sustainability or they will be not coming to Bulgaria anywhere.
I think these projects are nice, our area also, but there is connection just in the beginning to understand the rules, but after you take these programs and put it this place, are there people that could make a psychological translation and continue working for these projects? Because they could be sustainable, maybe, if there is this connection. Maybe at schools they have to prepare step by step to accept all these ideas. because I think this is the hall between two nice objects. Are there people like this? Or?
I have what to answer, but you want to discuss.
Само едно предложение, да обърнем на български, защото дойдоха и местни хора и ще е по-лесно там да се преведе на двамата ни гости участници.
Okay. Suggestion to switch into Bulgarian so the guests can understand easily.
Здравейте.
It's discrimination.
Аз да го кажа на български само преди да.
Да, добре.
Значи, програмите са прекрасни, местата са прекрасни. В началото има проучване на правилата по районите, но после, може би, тези програми не се прилагат така пълноценно или има някакви проблеми, липса на връзка, защото трябва да има психологически превод да продължи с отразяването за връзката между двете теми. Човек, който ги разбира.
Да.
И двете страни.
Това е основен проблем при описането на проекти и изпълняване на европейски програми. Пишеш един проект, обикновено говоря за общините. Финансира се някакъв проект, изяждат се едни пари, къде е с резултат, къде е по-не липса на такъв. Но основният проблем е, че почваш един проект в рамките на 2, 3, 5 години и след проекта нищо. Няма визия, няма концепция на къде да се върви по-нататък. И тук идва мястото, и тук идва мястото на такива неща, като биосферните резервати или паркове, както ние се опитваме да ги наричаме, защото далеч те вече не са строго защитената територия, а са средство за регионално развитие, за реклама на района и така нататък. Тук идва и концепцията за европейския зелен пояс, който не остана време да си говорим, но тези бивши гранични територии, които са сега голяма част от тях изпитват забрава, нека да го кажем, или изоставане, въобще няма липса на развитие, могат да се рекламират като част от нещо по-голямо, от вече наложени марки, които дават възможност за дългосрочна перспектива, за дългосрочна реклама и известност, развитие, което не може да се ограничи само до 2 или 3 или 4 години. Ето биосферният резерват Троян, за който си говорихме, там говорим вече за 20 години. Сериозно внимание от страна на държавите, от провинциалните правителства. Германия по принцип няма да сравняваме с българските условия, но след като някъде другаде по света е възможно, защо да не е възможно и тук да стане?
Защото липсват две поколения разбиране.
Само
това е някакви програми, паралелно с училище.
Не само разбиране. Липсва дисциплина, липсва спазването на правилата, липсва развитие бизнес. Местната икономика, която не можем да говорим за икономика, която е била държавно ориентирана, подкрепена и поддържана за 50 години в едно, и след това ти да очакваш изведнъж всичко да се превърне в свободни бизнесмени, фермери и така нататък. Това го няма, то липсва. Основен проблем в проекта...
Къде ви влиза образованието в цялата схема? Това беше въпросът, да го преведа аз психологически.
Част, но икономиката, ако няма икономика, ти няма кого да обучаваш.
Едно, че някак ме ще оставате на място да продължава така връзката. Но това е общо за...
Значи аз мога да ти кажа тук в Чипровтси моите наблюдения като външен човек вече 10 години, че фактически това затваряне на училището, което е било национална гимназия, професионална за художествени занаяти, фактически е едно от нещата, освен затварянето на мините, нали, които като говори за икономика, всеки ти говори за затварянето на мините. Но затварянето на училището като национална художествена гимназия, която може да се развива и да се привлича тук хора дори от Европейския съюз, е убило всъщност града, защото моментално ти като станеш на 14 години, тук има и ученици, отиваш в Монтана, отиваш в София, отиваш в Германия, примерно в Рион. Така че...
Това ми беше думата за образованието. Образованието, ти ще образоваш хора. Обаче, ако нямаш заетост, ако нямаш икономика, която да ги ангажира на местно ниво, те заминават.
И двете трябва да са интегрирани, да.
Добре,
Но как да имаш икономика, след като децата са отишли вече за 15 години?
Това е просто, моето затварям въпроса тотално с това, че вчера говорих с кмета, той ми каза 1000 програми, по които има финансиране и се работи. А също време говорих с господин Николов, който от години знае какъв ентусиазъм има и капацитет да развива нещата и от срещната страна вече се стига до учение. Липсва тази връзка.
Аз се отчаявам от работа по европейски проекти, нали? Защото не че съм по един съм или два съм работил, отговорността, която се очаква от тебе, риска, който се поема, нали, е изключително голяма. Аз лично не мога да поема такава отговорност, защото ти зависиш от страшно много хора. И тук е ролята на всичко това. Преди 7-8 години водех курсове, ходих по Родопите да обяснявам колко полезно биха били програмите за околна среда и така нататък. Вече не хода, напротив, ще правя курсове за това колко са вредно са европейските фондове, ако не се използват по определен начин. Защото те обслужват мафията. Защото те обслужват мафията, не обслужват конкретните хора.
Ако не си решиме нещата сами, колата да си оправяме сами, ние просто не можем да разчитаме по този начин, че ще дойде нещо европейски, то ще ни оправи автоматично.
Камили сме ви не само да ни слушат, може би и те имат въпроси.
Ами, сигурно.
Нека да им дадем думата.
Ако няма въпроси да проимат.
Ще ни бяха малко по-бързо. Трябва да разкажем цялата лекция от мен. Не се присъства. Някъде между
Аз ви предлагам да направим 5 минути почивка. Защото всеки така добър лектор знае, че и университетски преподавател, че без почивка може да си те изключва.
Имаме нужда от кислород, така че има кафелка, някакви... Какво е това? Орешня, приготвена от Симо. Заповядайте.
На нашите лектори. Това вече и прекрасно.